Hello and welcome everybody to round 5 of the Fuel Premier Series, presented by Fuel Racing Network. My name is Matt Owens and I'm going to be your commentator and producer this evening. We got 90 laps from Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight, and this will be our first trip to a 1.5 mile track this season. But absolutely beautiful weather in the sim tonight, 71 degree air temperature with only a 10 to 13 mile per hour winds, so don't expect too much of any impacts there in terms of wind or anything like that. But welcome everybody, we're back after 2 weeks off. Sorry about that. That was my fault. I had to take 2 weeks away. I had some family stuff happen, so apologies. But we're back. We're back to hopefully put on another really good broadcast this evening. The last broadcast at Phoenix was fantastic. I had an absolute blast. It actually worked correctly and as well, so yeah, I had a blast. Yeah, so we got green flag's going to be dropping tonight at 6 p.m. in the sim. We got unlimited tires tonight and 75% fuel, so I was told that's going to be roughly about 40 laps of fuel, green flag running. So that'll be at least 2 pit stops tonight. Alright, so let's follow along with some people here during practice. We've got a few more minutes until qualifying starts. So everybody's trying to get in their last little bit of practice here. Who are we following along with? We are following around Caden Bommersbach. Currently with, or is it Caton or Chiton? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with Caton. Although, well, Kyle Lamb now. We're gonna be on board with Kyle Lamb. Currently 14th. That number. Okay. It is, sorry guys, I'm a little rusty after the 2 weeks off. It keeps, here we go. I've got it on most exciting. Here we go. Sorry about that. Now we're back on Chiton. I'm going to say Chiton. Chiton Bommersbach with the current fastest lap in practice with a 28.936 on his 29th lap of practice. Go check in on Dylan Poteet in this number 8 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Woo, that thing is beautiful. That's really nice. Like the red font on the top too. Excellent job. And we got to have only the 2 stripes, on the side because we don't want Teresa coming after us. So awesome scheme there for Poteet. Check out week 1's winner Derek Schauer here in that 88. That number 88 broke speed Ford Mustang. Or was this? Yeah, it's still a Mustang. I was wondering if it was a Fusion or not. Yeah, it's a Mustang. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna go check out last week's winner and the week before that. I missed both of the last 2 weeks, and Zach Henry won both weeks. He's going for 3 in a row this week, and he has taken the lead in points as well. We'll see how that's all shaken up. We'll start. I don't have a graphic for that yet, unfortunately. I'm going to try to make one for next week, so that we can I can start showing you guys the point standings. But yeah, so since this is only broadcast number 3, still want to go over the point style for this season. We're using the old Winston Cup formula here in Fuel this season. But we do have some bonus points. So the pole, that is worth 5 bonus points. Leading a lap, that's also going to be worth 5 bonus points. Leading the most laps, that's also, you guessed it, worth 5 bonus points. So other than winning and finishing the race, that's how you can get some bonus points towards the championship. But after this race, we'll be halfway through the 10 race championship. We'll have 5 more races to go. Check out this number 77 of Ryzen Baker here in that Papyrus throwback car. If anybody doesn't know, that is the developer and most of where a lot of the people at iRacing worked in the early 2000s. That is the developer of NR 2003. So really nice callback there in that 77. I think he's been in that car at least all three of the broadcasts this year so far. Let's go check out, let's see what, Mitchell Welker, he's out in the 75. Had a couple poles early on. Really, really good performance in Phoenix, our second race of the season. Ooh, he scrapes the wall just a little bit there. Alright, we've only got about 2 more minutes now, guys, until qualifying starts. So I am going to take a quick break. This is going to be our only break. Oh, man! Oh, what a massive hit. Oh, my God. This is going to be just a quick break here, just to go over everything, just to make sure we are ready to go. And I'll bring us back once qualifying is underway. So I'll see you guys here in just a minute. All right, everybody, we are back. We're going to ride along with Michael Hurley here in this number 32 Ford Mustang as he starts his first lap here. All right, so let's see what kind of line Michael's going to ride here. So he's running about the middle here to hopefully get a little bit of extra momentum coming off of turn 2. We're gonna enter high here into turn 3, one of the trickiest 1.5-mile corners in the entire NASCAR circuit, in my honest opinion. 3 and 4 here at Charlotte. All right, he's gonna exit high. He's gonna cut it down low, and all right, let's see what kind of line he's gonna run. So, in my opinion, I think you want to run the bottom here in turns 1 and 2 as far down, as close to that line as you can. So Hurley gave it a little bit of a berth there. Again, I haven't driven these cars, so I'm not exactly sure what the fastest line is. Enter really high up. You want a late apex turn 4 to try to get the best run possible off of turn 4 towards the start-finish line. And let's see where Michael Hurley is going to end up. So he was at 9th. Ran a better lap. But he's still currently in 9th. All right, let's see who else is out here putting in laps. Kyle Lamb. I think Kyle's already got his laps in as well. Yep, pretty much everybody's gotten their laps in. So let's see if there's anybody else. Will Roberts. Will has not started his first lap, or at least completed his first lap yet. So Will does not have a time on. So we'll watch Will here. Actually enters a little bit shallower than Michael in the last person we were watching there. Exits higher up in turn 4. See where that'll put Will. 16th at the moment. The 29.555. He was able to get pretty low there. He did exit really high in turn 2. Let's see if that'll help his momentum here. Higher entry that time as well. I don't know if it's my trading paints, but Will, your spec map is kind of messed up. It might just be my trading paints. I'll try to refresh it in a minute. See if he's able to improve at all. Yes, did run quite a bit faster there. Gained about 0.2, and that'll put Will in a good old, a pretty decent spot of 11th place. Not too bad. Got Jeffrey Cox in this number 54 as well. Has not put a time on the board. So I'm going to sit back. You guys watch Jeffrey Cox. We're going to go into Jeffrey's cockpit. And you guys sit back and enjoy. All right, let's see if Jeffrey was able to improve there on his second lap. Yes. But it did not improve his position. Did not improve his position, though. Zach Henry here, pulling in after his finish, or after his qualifying attempt. It looks like pretty much everybody is all done. Yep, that's going to be it. I think we're gridding now, so we should be getting the race started here in just a second. All right. Well, this time I'm going to start a little earlier on the grid to help myself out a little bit. So, all right, in row 1. Derek Schauer in that number 88 Broke Speed Mustang gets the pole and earns himself an extra 5 bonus points to go along with that week 1 victory. Michael Hurley is going to be... No, this isn't in order. Zach Henry, sorry. Zach Henry is going to be on the outside on row 1. And row 2, we've got Kyle Westwood in that 92 on the inside, and Mitchell Welker in the 75 on his outside. Row 3, we've got Dylan Poteet on the inside and Zachary Buchanan in that number 40 on the outside. Row 4, Robert Kubat in the number 38 and Nicholas Sudik in the 87. Row 5, we've got the 37 of Kyton Bommersbach and Casey Lakatos' number 50 on the outside. And then following them, we have the 90 of William Gregory, and on his outside, Chad Simpson's number 46 car. Following them, we have the 77 of Ryzen Baker on the inside, and Will Roberts on the outside in that number 2 car. And we've got the number 42 of Ryan Kish on the inside, right behind them, and then on his outside we have Sarah Tissam in that number 70 car, right on the outside. The number 69 of Zach Passon in the next row on the start is going to be starting on the inside, and on his outside we have Preston Henry in his number 4, followed by Michael Hurley and Kyle Lamb in the next row. Then we've got Jeffrey Goodpaster in that number 33, and then the 54 of Jeffrey Cox on his outside, followed by Evan Adams in the number 59 and Noah Hogard in the number 58. That's going to round out our field tonight. I think the pace car lights are out, so it looks like we might be going green immediately here. I'm glad I started the grid early. Oh man, thank you guys for joining us this evening. I am so excited for our first mile and a half of the season. It's going to be a great time. Derek Schauer in control here on the initial start with Zach Henry on his outside. Pace car is leading us down, and Derek Schauer gets a really good launch, but not as good as Zach Henry. Looks like Zach Henry with an awesome launch there. Sorry about the camera work. And yeah, wow. Zach Henry is going to gain control from that outside line into turn 1 and into turn 3. Derek Schauer not going to challenge. Everything looking so far so good for most everybody. Very, very clean start here. Really good sized field this evening. Got 24 cars this evening, so it should be a really good race, guys. I'm super excited. Let's see, Zach Buchanan already on the move, passing a couple cars on the outside. In the he brought the blue. Oh, we've got a massive wreck. Oh, about midfield. Oh my gosh, 2 separate wrecks. Oh, we've got a big wreck here on lap 2, coming to lap number 3. Zach Henry is going to slow the field down. The pace car is absolutely hauling the mail to try to catch up to him. Let's give me 1 second here. We're going to check out what happened. All right, everybody. So right in the middle of the screen here, you're going to see 2 yellow cars right behind that blue 80 or that blue 8 car. They're 3 wide. The yellow car on the bottom and the car in the middle collect each other just a little bit. As you can see here, the car on the bottom slides up just a little bit and absolutely, just destroys them. But I see. There was not 2 wrecks. The second wreck that I saw was the car that was on the outside there. Trying to... That's not what we want. Here, the 38 here. Robert Kubak gets up into the number 50. Sends him to the outside, and then, oh, yes, it clipped Will Roberts into the wall. Will's trying to gather it up, but was not able to do so. All right. 77 looked to have a little bit of trouble there getting around the 38. All right. Well, let's see if we have any takers. I know it's super early. I don't think we'll have anybody in the front come down pit road here. It looks like we have the 90 of William Gregory is 2 laps down. So far, that's all I'm seeing in terms of lap cars. I think maybe everybody else got away scot-free for the most part and was able to continue. Yeah, it looks like the 90, okay, we have the 90, the 77, and the 50 are the cars that are still needing some attention. 46 cars coming in for a little bit of attention here as well. It's Chad Simpson. Maybe just a little top off on fuel. So with the way the laps are working out, I would say it was pretty close to a 2-stop. I think if we get a couple of yellows, some people might be able to stretch it, but that isn't a terrible idea though to top off, because it was a pretty close 2-stopper, in my opinion. So get a couple yellows, and these guys might be able to save enough to make it to the end after just one stop. So fuel might be a factor tonight. But Zach Henry in that white 39 car is going to be in control. He's going to lead the field down to the Geico restart zone, with Derek Schauer in that 88 broke speed Mustang on his outside, the 75 of Mitchell Welker and Zachary Buchanan right behind them, and then a hungry Dylan Poteet and another hungry, that 92 car, and that Samuel Adams 92 of Kyle Westwood is looking really nice tonight. All right, the 39 of Zachary Henry with a great launch there. Absolutely blows the doors off the 88 of Derek Schauer. Catches everybody sleeping. He's got a 5-car length advantage into turn 2 already. So a really great start there for Zach Henry. Everybody else looks like they have gotten away pretty clean. No. Stop. Apologies. Apologies. Why? Oh my gosh. We're having issues again. There we go. Nope. Come on. We're not gonna have issues. We're not doing that. We're not having issues like we did in week 1. All right, there we go. So we've refreshed everything. We're good. Zach Henry continues to lead here. Mitchell Welker and Derek Schauer right behind him, breathing right down his neck. Zachary Buchanan in that 40 car as well. Excuse my dogs barking in the background. Well, here, until my dogs get settled down, I apologize, guys. I'm going to give you guys the first of maybe 2 or 3 Turn It Ups tonight, so you guys enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sorry about that. All right, well, we finally had a green flag run long enough to bring the ticker out. So, lap 12 of 90 so far. Everything has gone pretty well. Had a pretty good start to this run. Hopefully, we'll get a nice green flag run, and these guys can settle in, and we can really see some good racing. Got a really good, nice move there from the 8. Ooh, it was Dylan Poteet peeking underneath Kyle Westwood to see if he could get some momentum and try to pass into turn 3 there. Got Poteet looking on the inside still of Kyle Westwood. Should be able to complete the pass here. Oh, that high line is able to hang tight, though. Wow, the momentum, oh my goodness. Guys, the momentum of the high side there in turn 1 and 2, the 92 pulled away there from the 8 down the back straightaway. Wow. So file that away for those of you guys that want to see some wall ripping. We might get some tonight. Because that momentum the 92 had, I mean that's a really nice defensive line. If you can have that much momentum going down the back straightaway, oh my gosh. I mean he's almost able to pull a full car length on him by the end of the straightaway there. But yeah, really, really good racing here between the 8 and the 92. Giving each other plenty of space. Ooh, Poteet, just scraping the apron, but he's able to hold on to it. Didn't get loose or anything, so that's good. He's able to fall in line behind the 92. I think he's gonna have to wait a little bit. Check in on Kiten Bommersbach, who had the fastest lap in practice there in that 37. As the 92 of Kyle Westwood now making a move on the 40 of Zach Buchanan. Let's see if he's able to pull a pass off. Yep. Dylan Poteet was able to take advantage of the 92 going down to the bottom in turns 1 and 2 there, and had the momentum to get to the outside, and he might be able to actually complete this pass. There it is. Yeah, he's completed it. If he stays above him here, the 92, Poteet will definitely have the momentum. Yep, he's passed him. That's the 69 of Zach Passon right on the outside now, also getting around the 92. Wow, the outside line there in 1 and 2 is really strong. Really, really strong. Let's go back up here to Zach Henry, who's still got about the same lead, only less than 2/10 on Mitchell Welker here and Zach Buchanan. Absolutely breathing down his neck. This is a really close battle here. The whole field, the whole top 10 right on top of each other. I saw somebody scrape the wall in the back there. The 75 of Mitchell Welker riding the high line here in turns 3 and 4. Trying to get some momentum on the front straightaway. Woo! Another scrape. Somebody, these guys are so on top of each other that the draft is probably so strong that these guys are probably having to lift and lose a bunch of momentum. But man, that clean air is looking pretty good for the 39. This is really interesting, actually. Ooh, Mitchell Welker now really as close as he's been. He is less than a 10th back, so let's see if he's able to make a move here on the 39. No, that outside line is just way too strong right now. And I think it's only going to get stronger as the run goes on. But interesting, Zach Henry able to hold the lead and not have to run the high line in turns 3 and 4 there. right, let's go through the field a little bit as things have started to settle down here. Now that we're on lap 22 out of 90. We're getting a really nice solid run, and the field is starting to spread. So let's go back to 12th here as Evan Adams is up on the move, passing Preston Henry, or at least is still in front of him. This is the biggest gap, though. This is the biggest gap between 11th and 12th at the moment. 12th, Evan Adams in that 59. Derek Schauer in the 11 is about that far ahead. He's 2.5 seconds ahead. Well, he's about 2.5 now, but something must have just happened to him. He was 2.5 seconds last lap ahead there. Yeah, the front 7 is all within a second of the leader, and then you've only got about a second back for the top 10. So the top 10 all within 2 seconds of the leader here. To round out the top 10, we got Jeffrey Goodpaster in this 33 Toyota, Monster Energy Toyota. We've had some movement up here. Dylan Poteet looks like he is getting a little bit impatient, wants to try to make a move here. Yeah, a lot of these guys, I'm not sure if maybe the draft is just keeping them close to the leader, but I haven't, ooh, really good side-by-side racing there between the 8 and the 92. Yeah, the 39 of Zach Henry really able to just control the lead, or to control the race so far. 25 laps in, as they're approaching the first lap car, it looks like, or the first lapper on the track at least. Yeah, let's go check out. Oh, the 75 finally able to actually. Wow, he made up a lot of ground right there. Was not expecting that. Maybe he had to check up behind the 39 because now the 40 of Zach Buchanan with a massive run is going to. Oh, is he going to be able to get around the 39 here? I don't think so. The 39 is going to have the momentum to stay in the lead going into turn 3. Oh, my God. Woo! What a move. Oh, okay, interesting that he immediately gave the spot up there. I'm not, this is crazy race. I don't even know how to begin. That was really, I puckered a little bit there. I'm not going to lie, with the 40, absolutely coming up right in front of the 75 of Mitchell Walker. I'm not sure there was an inch of space between the front bumper and the rear bumper of the 75 and the 40 there. The 92 and the 8 continue to go at it. This top 10 is all over each other. I want to show the rest of the field, but guys, this is crazy. 75 of Mitchell Walker trying to make another move. He got the momentum with a little bit of a draft from the 40. Is he going to be able to slide up in front? Oh my God, the 40 of Zach Buchanan trying to get the 39 a little bit loose there and actually turns him a little bit, it looked like. Oh, man, the 9. Oh, no, the 42. The 42. Oh, no, the 42 of Ryan Kish gets turned right in front of the leader, or the previous leader. Oh, no, Zach Henry. The yellow is still not out. Zach Henry going to have to make a whole nother lap around. Oh, my gosh. This has gone from amazing to terrible in about half of a lap. For Zach Henry, that was crazy. I don't think Zach is going to be able to make it 3 in a row with a win here tonight. That is going to be really disappointing for Zach after a really strong start. I'll have to come check in on him again, but the yellow did not fly. Kyle Westwood in that 92 trying to get around the 8. Dylan Poteet. That did spread these guys a little bit. Spread the field out. The 75 is now the leader, so Mitchell Welker assumes control of the race after having made an amazing move there to take the lead. The 40 car, though, of Zach Buchanan, I'm not sure if they actually touched or not. Man, I would love to have another producer to be able to tell me if they did. Yeah, one-man band here, guys, so I'm trying my best. Is the 22 who I believe was involved in that lap 2 incident, just trying to nurse it around and stay out of the way. Great job, Kyle, staying out of the way there and letting these leaders continue to race in this absolute banger of a race so far. Wow. Now that we've got a little bit of a field spread here on these guys, let's go through the field. Now we're about a third of the way through the race. Mitchell Welker is in control. Zach Passon, though, up a few spots. Let's check out where he started. Yeah, Zach Passon started 17th. Massive, massive, massive gain here. 17th to second in only 32 laps. And he is on the move. He's trying to take the lead here from the 75 of Mitchell Welker. We will keep an eye on that. Zach Buchanan right behind. Started in 6th. He's currently in 3rd. Had a really good race so far. Nicholas Sudik at 87. Really quiet, actually. Really quiet, but solid race. Started in 8th, and he's currently in 4th. Really, really solid race. The 92 of Kyle Westwood started in 3rd, currently in 5th. Him and Dylan Poteet have been beating and banging. Zachary Buchanan is passing for 2nd place on the 69 of Zach Passon. We have a lot of Zachs this season. I don't think he's going to be able to complete the pass here. The 37, though, of Kyten and Bommersbach started in 9th. He's currently in 7th. He's been hanging on to this the front of the field. Here's the first big gap here. Chad Simpson back in this 46. Great new scheme, Chad. I really like this car. Really great, simple scheme. Big fan of that. Might have to come back and revisit that for scheme of the night. So far in 8th, though. The 33 of Jeffrey Goodpaster, hanging on to 9th place. Really solid. Started in 21st, so really good job from Jeff here. Evan Adams, in that number 59, started in 23rd, currently in 10th. Another awesome run for Evan. Michael Hurley started 19th, currently 11th. Yeah, we've had a lot of good movers in this race tonight. Awesome job. Keep up the good work, Michael. Ooh. What's going on with Poteet? He's dropping back a little bit. We'll have to, oh, his just dropping back 1. Sarah Tessum in 12th, started in 16th, gained a few spots. Stayed out of trouble in that early wreck. She started in 16th, so she would have been right in the mix there. Good job keeping it clean. Derek Schauer, our pole sitter, with an awesome lap, dude. Awesome lap to get the pole. Currently hanging on to 13th. Robert Kubat involved in that first crash. He's recovered pretty well, though. Recovered pretty well. Currently in 14th. Will Roberts was also in that first incident. Not doing too bad, but yeah. I think these cars are going to start... We're going to start having some damaged vehicles now. Yeah, the 22 car... Ooh, in the wall. 1 lap down. This is Kyle Lamb, this 22 car, is the first car lap down. Second car lap down, the number 4 of Preston Henry in 17th. Noah Hogard in the number 58. Currently in 18th. Zach Henry, 8 laps down in pit lane. And that is going to be it for his night. So we have a pass for the lead. Because yes, we have some pit. Okay, we've got the first takers on pit road, the 75 and the 40 coming down pit lane here. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at these guys' pit stops. We're gonna go cockpit here on the 40 of Zach Buchanan as he exits pit road here in just a minute. We'll see if he is able to gain on the 75 here. 88 now also coming down pit road for his pit stop. All right, and he is released. That was weird. Not sure why the audio wasn't working. It was also in like slow motion. That was really weird. It was like in slow motion for like half a lap there when I changed it over. I apologize, guys. That was a weird glitch. But yeah, Zach Buchanan, he was able to get a very nice pit stop. You can see the 75 right at the top of his screen there. or the top of his the top of his windshield. He is currently about a second and a half back off of the provisional leader, the 75 car here of Mitchell Welker. They have now made their first pit stops. The current leader, though, the number 92 of Kyle Westwood, looks like he's going to stay out again to try to stretch it. We'll see exactly how many laps these guys are able to get since this is the first stop. If Kyle is able to stretch it to 45, if he gets another yellow, he could potentially, he could stretch it to the end. That might be what Kyle is trying to do. Yeah, there's only 3 cars still on the track, while Sarah Tessum is now just pulling it in for her stop. And same with Michael Hurley. As Kyle Westwood is coming down pit road on lap 43. So, yep, everybody is in on lap 43. So unless we get a couple more yellows, it looks like we're going to have to make one more stop tonight. So Mitchell Welker is now going to assume the lead once he comes around this time by. Wow, he is absolutely pulled away from Zach Buchanan. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure what is going on with Zach. Maybe he's saving his tires here. But Dylan Poteet going to come out in provisional second place. Mitchell Welker still has not gotten around Kyle Westwood, but Kyle is only just now pulling off pit road. So, yeah, there goes Mitchell Welker, and everybody is going to come around. But Kyle Westwood will have some fresher tires. So if we get a yellow quickly, you know, that might come into that might become a factor if we get a yellow on this cycle. But Zach Buchanan and the 46 of Chad Simpson battling it out for 4th place right here. That 87 car of Nicholas Sudik as well. So many Zachs. In 7th place, the 69 in that Coors Chevrolet, Zach Passon. Led a couple laps there. Let me see if I can look up exactly which lap everybody pitted on. Excellent. Okay, so the oldest tires in the field we have right here. The 4 car of Preston Henry. He's got the oldest tires in the field of anyone that's not a lap down. And we have actually a pretty decent spread on these first few cars. So the leader, Mitchell Welker, is now crossing the line at 8 laps on his tires. Dylan Poteet pitted 1 lap after and was being passed now by someone with only 5 laps on their tires, the number 37 here. They're battling it out, but man. Mitchell Welker absolutely pulled a huge gap there. Pulled a massive gap. That pit cycle. 2.5 second gap almost. This is the battle for second. The 37, the 8, the 46, the 40, and the 87 all battling it out for second place right here. With Zach Passon in that 69 about a second and a half behind those guys battling for second. 75 of Mitchell Welker trying to put our league manager, Will Roberts, a lap down. Sorry, Will. Will involved in that early crash. Now that we're over halfway, go ahead and shout out my scheme of the night. It's gonna be Dylan Poteet. Awesome scheme tonight. I'm pretty sure I know who painted that for you, buddy. Give him a congrats on winning scheme of the night for the race tonight. So good job, buddy. Awesome job. Dylan tries to navigate getting around the 58 of Noah Hogar here, who is trying to stay 1 lap. Oh, he's also 1 lap down, right behind Will Roberts, only less than a second behind him. So him and Will more than likely be racing for position here very shortly. Noah doing a great job. Doing a great job staying out of the line here so the leaders can get around him. Interesting. A lot of these guys are running the bottom here. So we'll see how many laps into the stint they start shifting up. We are roughly about 12 to 11 laps into the stint. We're lap 51 to 90, so we're over halfway as well. Someone's got a meatball at the moment. Oh, that was, who is this? Oh, that's Zach Henry. He had a meatball. Wow. That's a rough way to end your night right there. After leading pretty much the whole beginning of the race. Dylan Poteet actually starting to reel in Mitchell Walker. That 2.2 second gap has come down to a 1.8 this lap. Only got 14 cars on the lead lap after that initial wreck took out, let's see, 1, 2, 3 cars. Pretty much 4 cars. Yeah. That took out almost a quarter of the field, that first wreck on lap 2. But that's probably set us up here. I mean, I would say we're looking at a pretty long run to the end, and as soon as I say that, the yellow is out. I swear to God. Wow. Announcer's jinx, everybody. Oh my gosh. All right. Would like to see what happened here. Trying to see. I have no idea what happened. I saw the 38 of Robert Kubak going down the timing screen here. But I am not seeing an incident. Yeah, well, the yellow's obviously out. I really don't know what happened there, guys. I apologize. Give me a second. I'm sure everybody's going to pit, so I'm going to go to instant replay here. Let's go check it out. See if I can find it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope, it's too late. We took too long, so we're going to watch the leaders pit here. We're going to come on board with the 75. All right, we're going to watch the race off of pit road here. So the 75 comes in with the race under control. Mitchell Welker looking for a really clean, smooth stop to try to get back out in the lead. Zach Buchanan with a strategy call here, I would say, with 2 tires. Everybody else pretty much comes out where they came in. Yep, in order. Nobody else really significant changes here. But interesting call. Interesting call. Zach Buchanan with the two tire call. Why did my... Oh my gosh. The sound isn't on again. Can't really hear much. There we go. Now I've got it. Sorry about that, guys. The timing of scoring is giving me a little bit of trouble again. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We've got it. We've fixed it. Yeah, so I think Zach Buchanan definitely took 2 tires there. Looks like we're already gridding. Looks like he wants the outside, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do that for you, Zach. Doesn't look like lane choice is going to be the leader's choice here. So, yeah, it looked like he wanted the outside. But Zach Buchanan here is gonna bring the field to green. Ooh, he's now also lagging in and out, so that's great. He's gonna control the field. He's gonna bring us down to the Geico restart zone with Mitchell Welker on his outside. Dylan Poteet. I cannot talk tonight. Dylan Poteet on his back bumper, and then Chad Simpson in that 46 car in fourth. See if this Dunder Mifflin number 40 car can get a good start. Other than that initial start, everybody, all the leaders have gotten off to a pretty good start. So, all right, Zach Buchanan's going to lead him to the field. Going to wait for the pace car to pull it down pit lane. I'd expect this to get pretty crazy. All right, coming to lap number 58 of 90 in Geico restart zone, and Zach Buchanan gets a great launch. The 8 of Dylan Poteet right behind him pulls up just next to the 75 of Mitchell Welker. So the leader with another really, really great start. Pretty clean for everybody else behind. The 75 is going to use the momentum he gained on the outside line there in 1 and 2 to get past the 8 and go underneath the 40, try to slide. They door. Oh my God, they door slam. The 8 of Dylan Poteet goes underneath with an amazing pass in the fake grass to take the lead. Awesome heads-up move there from Poteet to try to avoid that crash as the 75 and the 40 got together. The 40 of Zach Buchanan dropped a couple spots back after taking 2 tires on the last pit stop. We'll see how long he's able to hold on to it. But wow, Poteet with a huge heads-up move to take the lead. We'll see if Mitchell Welker is able to run him back down to retake the control of the race. Man, this car is great, guys. I'm so glad we chose the ARCA car. Mitchell Welker diving in underneath the 8 here in turns 3 and 4. That gives the 69 of Zach Passon a good run on both of them. I don't think he's going to take it 3 wide. That would be crazy. Let's see if he's able to give the 75 some momentum to get around the 8 car here. 75 sends it deep, and he's going to slide up in front of the 8 car to take the lead. Oh my God. Dylan Poteet uses the momentum on the outside. The outside was able to give to him there to try to retake the lead. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He might have the momentum, though, to stay side by side with the 75 of Mitchell Welker. This is some absolutely fantastic racing. Wow. Lap 62 of 90. 2/3 of the way through the race, ladies and gentlemen. Things are definitely picking up. I think some of the guys in the back have maybe backed off just because this is getting crazy. The 8 car in the 40 still racing neck and neck for second place. Mitchell Welker now with a 2/10 of a second advantage on Zach Buchanan. This is great. This is great racing, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, the 69 there gets really, really loose on the exit. Oh no, the 40 of Zach Buchanan, no! Into the wall. Oh my God, able to hold onto it. Absolutely ate the wall in turns 3 and 4 there. I'm not sure if Kyle Westwood was just not clear or if the 40 was not clear, but they got together there. Kind of the same thing that happened there between the 40 of Zach Buchanan and the 39 of Zach Henry earlier in the race. The 46, though, in that, I think that's probably my second favorite scheme tonight in that 46. That's awesome. I'm a sucker for blue and yellow, if you guys haven't realized. But the 46 car trying to take advantage of the momentum he got a few laps ago. He's going to fall back in line behind the 8. We're on lap 65 here, coming to lap 66. 75 of Mitchell Welker back in control. The 8 car of Dylan Poteet making a move here on Kyle Westwood. These guys have been side by side all night. Yeah, I don't know where we're going next week, Will, but can we come back to Charlotte? Wow, this is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot take the camera off of the front 5 cars because this is insane. The 4 car with sparks all over the place. Oh, Preston Henry, I believe he was a lap down at some point. Oh no, he gets to the wall, comes off the front of the 33 and is sent into the wall there. I cannot believe the yellow isn't out. How? Okay, the yellow is now out. Wow. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go check that out real quick. Man, that racing was intense. All right, and we're back. So, we'll watch the 4 car here in the 33. I think maybe the 4 car had to lift on the exit. I can't, it's really hard for me to tell. Let's see. Okay, just got a little bit loose, scrapes the wall there, and just that little bit of a scrape slows him down. Yeah, I think this is just a racing incident. It's not as much as the 33's fault as I anticipated when I first saw this. So this is just a racing deal. Unfortunately, Preston Henry here scrapes the wall. It slows him down just barely. And then the 33 just taps him in the left rear and it just sends him. Unfortunately for the 70 of Sarah Tessum, just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Yeah, the 4 car is killed. Let's look at the 70. Not too bad. Could be better, but still salvageable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got everybody's in the pit lane now, taking more tires. 87, the 8, the 92. I believe maybe. Oh, I think. Did Mitchell Welker stay out? Let's see. Sorry, guys. No, they did not. They didn't stay out. They may have taken 2, or just topped off for fuel. Yeah, nice. Ooh, good strategy call there. The 75. Let's go back. Let's go back. It's going to be a few laps. Let's just check and see what they did. Sorry, we were trying to look up the. They're gonna hate me for doing this because. Okay, everybody got right sides at least. Everybody got right sides at least. All right. Sorry, everybody, trying to show everything you guys did. You know, you understand. It's the broadcast. You get it. Let's ride along. I'm gonna let you guys listen along here. See if we can. I don't know where all the sound is gone. I can barely hear the engine in this car. You know what? They're probably clutching it and saving some fuel. So that tracks. Here in a couple weeks, I'm going to start pulling people up in the race to start interviewing them and asking them questions. Now that we've, gotten most of it straightened out, any of the issues that we had the first few weeks have been ironed out, thank God. So Mitchell Welker going to lead the field to green this time by. So he's going to have control when we reach the Geico restart zone. The 46 car of Chad Simpson is on his outside. The 87 of Nicholas Sudik is right behind them on the inside of the second row, and the 8 of Dylan Poteet behind them. All right, we've got 20 to go, coming to lap 71, this time by. Ooh, Mitchell Welker with a big jump there on the 46 early on in the Geico restart zone. Gets a massive jump. 87 follows closely behind. Everybody gets away pretty clean. The 46 of Chad Simpson making his move now. The 8 car in the wall, scraping the wall a little bit. Still scraping the wall. All right, the 46, Chad Simpson making his move. Is he going to be able to complete the pass here? The inside line in turns 1 and 2, I don't think has been able to make a pass today without making a huge dive in turn 1 and 2, or in turns 1. Yeah, where was that pass? I can't remember what the first pass for the lead was. I think it was turn 1, because I think that's where the 40 got into the 39 at the time. But 46 and the 75 are still side by side. The 69 of Zach Passon back up to the front now as well. Waiting for this 46 to make a move. Oh, the 87 of Nicholas Sudik absolutely sending it on the outside. He's going to have a big run here on the 75. This is the best side-by-side action we've seen for the actual lead today. Clean air, not much of a factor on this battle. The leader has had the advantage on almost every attempt to pass. Man, that 46 car of Chad Simpson really, Chad has a really good understanding of that inside line in turns 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. He's able to stay with the 75 all the way around, and he's riding the paint. But the 75 and the 46, I believe, took 2 tires. So these guys could be holding everybody else up. The 2-tire hero from Phoenix not in the field tonight. So we'll have to see if one of these guys with 2 tires. Wow, they are absolutely door to door. This is fantastic, guys. Yeah, Will, can we just race at Charlotte every week from now on, please? It's interesting. The inside line is able to get there, and it takes laps and laps to pass. We'll see how many laps it takes the 69 of Zach Passon to get around the 46 now that he was able to finally get around the 75. As we're here on lap 77, 69 car now going to try to slide up. Nope, he's not going to have the room. Oh, is he going to try to get the 46 loose? Wow. I think he was trying to get the 46 car loose there, but man, awesome job from Chad Simpson holding on to it. As these guys are literally bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper. That is insane. This is fantastic, guys. Oh my God. I could watch this all night. I'm really sorry for everybody else that hasn't been in the front tonight, because this is crazy. We haven't been able to see anybody else outside the top 5 like all night because of how intense this racing is in the front. Oh my God, Mitchell Welker gonna make the move. Oh my God, what an amazing move from the 75 as it sticks. Holy crap, that was fantastic, Mitchell Welker. Wow, that was. I don't care if you win the race or not. That's the move of the race. That was an amazing move. It worked out. He's in second. I cannot believe that it didn't kill everybody. That is crazy. We are now 11 to go, so lap 80 of 90. This time by, we're going to be 10 to go. The 69 car trying to go to the middle here on the 75, but it pulls him back there. The 33 car with a crazy run up to the top 5. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't even. This is insane. The 92 now of Kyle Westwood desperately trying to get to the lead for the first time tonight in that Sam Adams Toyota. 75 of Mitchell Welker has been shuffled back a few spots after getting stuck on the inside there in that 3-wide battle. Chad Simpson doing an awesome job now that he's gotten control of the race. The 69 car gets to his left rear and tries to get him loose to shove him up the track, but is unable to take advantage of it. After the 46 car gets just a little bit loose. '69 car going to try again on the 46 of Chad Simpson. Oh my God, Mitchell Welker right underneath the 92 there. He's got his momentum back. He's going to try to make a move on Kyle Westwood. The 33 of Jeffrey Goodpaster, watch out for him. He hasn't been up here all night. He's going to try to make a move as we have 8 to go. Lap 83 of 90. He is up to second place now, that 33 of Jeffrey Goodpaster. Right in front of the 46 of Chad Simpson, who was just overtaken for the lead. That number 69 of Zach Passon was able to get around him last time by here in 3 and 4. He was... Oh, the 46 is able to get around to the outside and use the momentum on the 33. We'll see if he's able to complete the pass here into turns 1 and 2. Guys, I am absolutely glued to the screen. I cannot. This race has been insane. The 69 of Zach Passon and Chad Simpson now starting to pull a gap. It's going to be very difficult for Chad to... Oh, the yellow's out. The yellow is out. What happened? Why is the yellow out? Why is the yellow out? Who wrecked? Hold on, guys. Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 85 of 90. The yellow is back out. The 85 or the 88 and the 87 get together here in turns 3 and 4. It looks like the 87 had to get out of the gas, and the 88 was not anticipating it and was not ready for it. That's going to collect a handful of the last few cars there. The leaders are back on pit road. Let's see who's able to get out first. Oh, the 46 car of Chad Simpson gets out first, right in front of Zach Passon there. Followed by Kyle Westwood in that 92, and then the 37 of Kyton Bommersbach and the 8 of Dylan Poteet. Wow, Chad Simpson. I'm gonna have to ask him if he, how he was able to get out in front of the 69 there, if he's able to hold on. Yeah, guys, lap 86 of 90. This might be an organic green-white checkered. We'll have to see when we go green. Yeah, my mouth is so dry. I haven't been able to take a single break. The action has been so good. Oh my God. This has been a great race. Note to everybody else. Will, if you're listening, more 1.5 miles next season with this car. Wow, this has been excellent. Next week though, we're gonna be at the paperclip. Dun dun dun. Yep. So we'll be at Martinsville next week. 150 laps at Martinsville. Man, the field has significantly shrunk down from the 24 cars we started with. Still have 12 on the lead lap here. With how these cars have been racing on this track, I'd really say, I mean, anybody in the top 5's got a chance here. We're gonna go green with 3 to go, so we got not an organic green-white checkered technically, but we'll see how aggressive everybody is. The 46 car, Chad Simpson, is going to be in control as we get to the Geico restart zone. The leader has gotten a great launch every time since that initial start of the race. So Chad Simpson is definitely in control of the race. That 69 car of Zach Passon right on his outside, though. That Coors Chevrolet has been looking strong tonight. The 92 of Kyle Westwood has been trying to get to the lead desperately all night. And that 37 of Kyten Bommersbach on his outside. And then followed in the next row, the third row, the 8 car of Dylan Poteet. And then the 75 of Mitchell Welker. Here we go. Will this be the final restart? 46 car gets an awesome launch. The 92 of Kyle Westwood pushes him. They had great timing on that. So the 46, he's in control here. Let's see if he's able to pull away Zach Passon with not a very good start. Oh, the 92 is going to try to slide up in front of him, and he's able to. And that clears the way for the 8 of Dylan Poteet here on the inside. It's there if he wants it. Is he going to be able to slide up into second place? He is. Oh my gosh, clears himself off of the 92. Amazing racing as we got 2 to go. Lap 89 of 90. Kyle Westwood looking on the inside of the 8 car. Going to try to get past him and see if he can challenge Chad Simpson on the last lap here. I don't think he's going to be able to, so the momentum is going to be here for Dylan Poteet to try to challenge the 46. The green is still out. If we get a yellow here, we'll get a restart, but once the white's out, that'll end the race. The white flag in the air. Chad Simpson takes the white as we begin lap 90. Dylan Poteet with a huge run right behind him. He's going to try on his inside here. He's going to try to get a massive run going onto the back straightaway. Is Chad Simpson going to be able to defend? Can Dylan Poteet get around him, Clay? I don't think Dylan is going to have the momentum now. He's going to have to defend in the 75 to 92 as Chad Simpson, no challenge, takes the checkered flag. And I think the 92 of Kyle Westwood is able to sneak into second place. Dylan Poteet in third. Mitchell Welker in the 75 car brings it home in fourth. And Zach Passon in that 69 Coors Chevrolet brings it home fifth. Awesome race. Oh my God. That was incredible. From start to finish. Start to finish, that was fantastic. Woo! Let's give Chad a minute here to cool off because I know my adrenaline is pumping. I know his is. Congrats, Chad. Awesome job. Let's give Chad a few minutes to burn her down, and then we'll pull Chad up for the interview. What a race, guys. That was fantastic. I'm going to take a break, but you guys enjoy watching Chad burn it down. All right, so Chad isn't in the Discord. We'll give it a minute here. We'll give it a minute if Chad wants to come and get interviewed. If you're listening, Chad, just come and join the waiting room. I'll give it a minute here, guys. But man, that was an incredible race. We'll go over the full finishing order while we wait to see if Chad is going to join the Discord to be interviewed. If not, it's okay. We don't need to. Oh, there he is. I see him. He's in the general. He's in the general chat. Let's get him. All right, guys, give me a second. We'll be right back with Chad Simpson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I've got your winner here with me, Chad Simpson. What's going on, Chad? How did you get it done tonight?
Patience and luck. I got punted down pit road on that first lap crash and went to last place and did a tire save thing and just passed people the whole race. Got to the front, little bit of a strategy call with two tires for the last two stops, and I guess the late yellow kind of saved me there. The pit stop got me back out into the lead, and I had lost it before that. But when I got to the lead, I was able to just kind of control the draft of those cars behind me and end up getting the win.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how much, like, when you were in the lead there, is it mostly because I haven't actually driven this car. Here, was it more like is it kind of like a super speedway like Atlanta? You just like racing in your rearview mirror when you're in the lead?
Yeah, it's a little bit Atlanta-ish. Um, when I was in the back, I noticed a lot of cars running at the top in 3 and 4, and I didn't really know why because I was making a lot of ground on the bottom. And then once I got to the front, I realized, oh, they're running at the top because you can't pass on the bottom once you get here.
Yeah.
So on the backstretch, especially, they got massive runs going into three, and you could kind of send it on the bottom and try and slide job. But for the most part, it was very difficult to pass on the bottom.
Yeah, that was one thing I noticed. It did look really hard to pass. You kind of had to a couple people had some success there that the 39 didn't get passed until somebody absolutely dive bombed him. I think it was in turn 1 and 2. But it was a good race though. Really good call on the two tires on the last two stops, especially on the last one to get you out in front so you could control the race cuz the leader had a really good advantage on those restarts.
Yeah, 3 laps to go. I wasn't sure. I knew Mitch was back in fifth or sixth or something with 4 tires, and he was the first one.
Yeah, I know you
Um,
definitely
I,
didn't want to see another restart for sure.
Well, I don't know, because it would have given me a chance to cool off the left sides a little bit more. So maybe it would have been able to hook
Yeah.
a little bit better, and it would have only been 2 laps. So maybe if I'm in the lead on a last restart, maybe another restart's okay. But for the most part, I won, so I guess I'm okay with how it went.
You're right. You did win, so congrats, man. Congrats. That was I'm sorry you didn't win paint of the night. That was my number 2 scheme though. That was my number 2. So that's the closest well, no, wait. No, Chad. Who won? Shane won week 2. He won the scheme. But anyway, congrats. Great scheme, great race. Congrats on the win. And we'll see you next week, hopefully at Martinsville. How you feeling about Martinsville next week?
I'm seeing the color yellow.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay. Yeah.
I'm getting a vision, and it's yellow.
Yeah, me too. I'm seeing a lot of yellow.
And flashing yellow lights.
Yes. Well, either way, hopefully we'll see you back next week at Martinsville, and we'll see everybody else watching at home. But congrats, Chad. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for hopping in the booth for the interview, and we'll see you next week, man.
All right, see you.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, that was Chad Simpson, your winner. Wow, that was a crazy race. Crazy race. Well, let's go over the finishing order. Chad Simpson, your winner, with a win over Kyle Westwood and Dylan Poteet. I think, Kyle, Dylan, and Mitchell 3 wide for second place. 3 wide for second place. Zach Passon with a 5th place finish. Kyten Bommersbach in that 37 car in 6th. Nicholas Sudik in 7th. Zach Buchanan is able to bring it home in 8th. Will Roberts, after recovering from that lap 2 incident, brings it home in 9th after going a lap down at least once. Sarah Teslin with a solid top 10 after also getting in that an incident. Our pole sitter, Derek Schauer, brings it home 11th with that bonus. With the 5 bonus points this evening. Michael Hurley in P12 in that 32 car. Kyle Lamb, first car, 1 lap down in the 22. Jeffrey Goodpaster in the 33 and finishing 14th. Evan Adams finishing 15th. And then Preston Henry in the 4 and 16th. Casey Licados in the number 50. 29 laps down, 17th. Noah Hogard, 37 laps down in the 58 and 18th. Robert Kubak, 39 laps down in that 38. And unfortunately, Zach Henry, with a really good start to the race, is not able to win his 3rd in a row and extend his lead. We'll have to see next week if he's still the championship leader once points are updated. All right, and in 21st, the number 42, Ryan Kish. Jeffrey Cox in the number 54, finishing 22nd. The 77 of Ryzen Baker, finishing 23rd. And rounding out our 24-car field tonight, William Gregory in that number 90 car, rounding us off. So, thanks, everybody. I really appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Next week, as I alluded to earlier, though, we're going to be in the Ville. We're going to be in Martinsville next Wednesday. We'll be live at 8:20. Come check it out. 150 laps right here on FRN, or Fuel Racing Network. Then the next week, we'll have Portland. Oh, I'm excited for that. But yeah, we're going to start the second half of the schedule starting next week. So next week, I'll have a graphic for the point standings to start the races off. Thanks, everybody. It was an awesome race tonight. And I hope you join us next week for Martinsville right here at 8:20 p.m. We'll see you guys next week.